And so effectively what, when you look at the real problem that Ivy solves is, to me, it's like two things. The first thing is it's now turned a solar investment, which could have been a liability in the past, even if it's mandated, like Title 24 does in California, into a profit center, right? Which is, asset owners are always looking to make more money. That's the beautiful thing about Ivy is we show them a new way to create NOI for that building. The second thing I think is amazing about Ivy is we're providing solar energy to renters who otherwise didn't have access to solar before, and I think that is extremely significant. I've mentioned I spent my 20s working in policy. I've cut my teeth in this industry trying to build new and innovative products that expand solar and renewable energy in any way. And the thing that I love about working for Ivy, and the reason I'm here personally, is like we are at the forefront of expanding a new way to go solar, to use electric vehicles. We haven't even got into our electric
Yeah, we
vehicle
didn't talk about that
option
yet.
yet, which I'm sure we will at some point here. But yeah, that's why I work here.
And there's one other point that I wanted to make sure we cover. It's from the perspective of the property owner, we talked about like this creates a new line of income, a new revenue line and new profit line essentially for the property owner. And most property owners are also, let's assume they're California property owners, assume they're single family homeowners as well. Most of those folks have also put solar on their home, and they've probably done the lease versus own calculation, and they are, I know some of them personally, and they are savvy enough to know that if you put solar on your own, you can get especially with the previous net metering rules, you could get a 3, 4, 5 year payback. Now it's maybe 4, 5, 6 years, maybe 7 years, depending on the location and the context. But you're still getting a relatively quick payback on that asset. Yet you get to charge electricity at a discounted rate, 10, 20% discount, arguably for forever to the tenants, which is still better than what they would have paid to the utility company. So it's a really attractive new revenue and profit line for these
Yeah,
asset owners.
and not only that,
Imagine getting a 4 year payback on an asset, and you get to essentially, you know, you don't pay for electricity for any more than the next 4 years, but you get to charge 80, 90 cents on the dollar for the next 20, 30 years to your tenants. That's a great deal too.
it is, yeah. And I think from on top of that, I think the icing on the cake here is what you mentioned in the discount to the tenants. Like,
Yeah.
occupancy and turnover is like one of the
Yeah.
if by the biggest, the most important thing
Yeah.
for anybody who owns a property, right? And the happier tenants are, the longer they stay, the less turnover,
Sure.
the more money you
Yeah.
make. And I think
Yeah.
investing in solar through Ivy absolutely helps with tenant satisfaction.